The winner of this season of Halo will receive a prize package from Shopee Vet Beauty and $50 and 2 palettes courtesy of Fruits Cosmetics.
Welcome everyone to the season finale of Halo.
I'm your host and Judge Hank.
And I'm your other host and Judge Milo.
This week, our finalists Seth and Ryan have been asked to create 3 distinct looks.
One look inspired by the theme black and white.
One look inspired by the theme rainbow.
And one final full body look. Before we start, we want to thank each and every competitor and everyone who's been following along each episode, supporting us, commenting, liking, sharing. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. In the end, everybody's a winner, and this is just an online competition run by two 15-year-olds over Zoom.
We'll judge each category individually, and then we'll tally up the scores, and we'll have our winner.
Hello everybody, it's the finale. I hope you're excited as I am, so let's get into this.
I want to say a huge congratulations to my other competitors for being in this competition and really slaying throughout everything. So I have made it to top 2 with Ryan, which is super exciting. I really kind of knew from the beginning that I was going to be in this position. That I didn't necessarily think that Ryan was going to be here with me, but regardless of that, I'm still super proud of both of us.
It feels good to be in the finale. I think I've proven myself till this point.
I think I should win Halo Season 2 just because of how much time and work I put into my looks and everything all together. Record, I have only placed safe in Pattern Challenge and then nothing below that. It was always high or win. So I really think that speaks for itself in terms of why I should win and what makes me stood out compared to my other competitors who already went home.
This competition has been very rocky for a lot of us, including the judges, so I am here due to some of those rocky little roads, but I am forever grateful for this experience. I'm grateful to be in the finale. I mean, I didn't really think I'd be in the finale, but the odds, I guess, were in my favor when it came down to it, and I guess when I had to step it up, I stepped it up. I think a lot of the other girls and a lot of the people watching Halo really don't see me as a makeup artist, and they have every right to be because I don't really consider myself a makeup artist. I just, plain and flat and simple, I consider myself just an artist, and makeup is just another type of media that I work with, another type of substance within my art. So along with that, I think the editing and the graphic design in my sense really comes through, and that's who I really am as an artist.
So I'm super excited for the finale. They announced that it was a ball, which is exciting but also stressful at the same time. I joked about it at the beginning of the season, being like, oh, you know, it'd be cool for the top 2 if you did a ball, like 3 looks. And then I made top 2 and they announced that's what they were doing, and I was like, JK, I take it back, pretend you didn't hear anything.
So for the finale, we had to come up with 3 looks: black and white, rainbow, and a full body. So for the black and white, I wanted to go for a little bit more neutral look. I didn't want to go so crazy with the look. I went for a police futuristic concept. I kind of wanted to represent female in power as well. So I kind of went for more androgynous, more to the feminine side of the whole look. So I hope it paid off.
My plan for the black and white look is to do something inspired by the stars in the movie. I've really been wanting to do kind of something spacey that involves like the moons and the stars and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to go a little bit more, a level up, and I'm going to do 2 looks. I want to do a star look that focuses more so on the black negative space. Another character who's going to be like the moon character, who's going to be a female character, more feminine. She's going to be more focused on the white and the grayscale to kind of contrast the star character. But yeah, so that's my idea for black and white. I plan on making head...
For the rainbow look, I wanted to go for a prism inspired kind of ordeal. The face is very heat thermal, mixed with black spots, and the eyes really sink into the face. and I really wanted to have that effect of the rainbow coming out of the prism and wrapping around my body.
When it comes to the rainbow look, this is where I'm having a little bit of struggle. So everything rainbow within the makeup community has already been done because you can only do so much with it. Rainbow can come off as tacky because of just how much it's been used and how much it's been advertised and all that kind of stuff. And so for this, I had two ideas. The first one is to do another duo and do like a gummy bear kind of look. Because when I think of colorful, when I think of rainbow, I often think of like candy and that kind of stuff. Rainbow, I think I want to do something with the hallucinogenic treat. I think this is really creative because when you think of rainbow, especially when it comes to makeup, you obviously want to do something kind of like Gottmik, like a white base and then like a rainbow eye, or like a rainbow face, kind of like what Ozzy did for her promo look, where it's a little bit more like literal. For this challenge, an acid trip would be super creative and really stand outside the box because like when you take acid or hallucinogen, you just see colors. It's like a crazy experience. It's rainbow without looking tacky rainbow.
And finally, for the last full body look for this ball, I decided to do one of my paintings and recreate it in the way Ryan Roche would digitally. I think this was my favorite edit throughout this whole competition. I think it gave me the leeway to really dig deep and do something really creative with the full body look. So I'm really proud of the outcome, and I hope you are too.
For the full body challenge, I interpreted this for me personally as kind of like a best drag kind of category. And so for this, I want to focus on different aspects of my art, my personality, and all that kind of stuff. My drag name is Raquel Seashell, and so I want to focus on something oceany, as well as something being pretty and artistic and things that just identify with me. I'm an art major, and so I thought the best thing or most thing to suit me best would be doing Birth of Venus by Botticelli. It's on brand for me as I'm an art major. I love the ocean. My drag name, like I said, is Raquel Seashell. And I'm gonna add a twist with octopus. So I always describe myself as an octopus because I was a gymnast and a diver for 8 years. I'm really flexible and bendy. Octopus are really intelligent. I'm really intelligent and creative and smart. And then also, octopus change color. They're always changing color. They're never the same. They can adapt and change, which is what I've been doing this whole competition. So I really think it'd be cool to do a Birth of Venus inspired look with octopus kind of like wrapping around my body and coming out from underneath the shell of where Venus will be standing or where I'll be standing. And so I just really wanted to do something that's gonna fit me and my personality and my drag and my makeup all together for the final full body challenge. I just want to stand out and I really just want to win. Good luck to Ryan, but I really think I have this in the bag.
Very excited for you guys to see the 3 looks I have to give you all, and let the judging begin. And may the best makeup, art, and drag artist win.
First, we're gonna start with the black and white looks. Starting off with Ryan's black and white look. I like that for black and white, he didn't paint himself black and white. I like that just the surroundings are black and white.
I really like the pillowy, organic-y shapes that Ryan uses in a lot of his looks. I do think it is kind of starting to become an identifiable characteristic of his looks, and I really do like that. Even though this season we have been focusing on kind of serving overall looks rather than just doing makeup, I do wish Ryan incorporated a little bit more makeup. So I overall
The winner of
really
this
like the
season's
image,
Halo
and I
will
do
receive a
like
prize
how
package from Shopee That Beauty
Ryan
and
has incorporated a lot of himself
$50 and
into
2
the
palettes
pictures, because I do
courtesy
feel
of
like that
Fruits
was kind of a
Cosmetics.
struggle with a lot of his looks earlier in the competition. So I do really like that Ryan has kind of found his thing, and he really carried it through in these last 3 images, I feel. I do wish there was a little bit more makeup in it, but other than that, I think it's pretty good.
For creativity, I do see it pulled references. I'd give it like a 8 Technique for Ryan's black and white look.
I would say for technique, I would give it a 6 because I feel like half of kind of what we've been judging for technique is 5 is like the editing, and then the other 5 is like the makeup technically. And I think technically the makeup would be like a 1 because she has a black liner slash smoky eye. I don't know. I can't really see it. It's kind of obstructed by the visor. I would give it a 1 for the makeup technically. And then for the edit, I would give it like a 5 out of 5. So I would say a 6 out of 10 for technique.
For relevance, it is black and white. I just wish that there was some type of black and white makeup.
I would probably give it an 8 because I do think it is the theme, which is black and white, which is what we asked. But I feel like she didn't fully serve what could have been served.
I agree. I'd say an 8 for relevance. Next up, we have Seth's black and white look. I really think it's nice that Seth did 2 different looks. I think that works very well for him. Each week we did say like, Seth, your body paint is messy, or sometimes it would take away from the look. I think that at least on the star look, the body paint is very crisp and well done. But on the other look, I will say it's a bit muddy.
I would agree with you. I do personally really love the looks, and I can't really tell if the like headpieces are the same and you just added a moon to the one. I think they might be different. I don't know. I like how the headpieces kind of do resemble each other if they're not the same headpiece. I do think that does a nice job of tying them in together. I do think maybe the moon look would be a little bit more successful if he would have used the same black and white color scheme instead of the like gray thing, because I agree with you. I do think the gray gets a little muddy, and it just looks, especially next to the star look, which is really clean and kind of put together, I think it makes it look even more muddy, whereas if it was standing alone, the moon look would probably look good. I also think the overall look is really good for both of them, but I think the eye makeup on both of them is a little busy for creativity.
I'd say like a...
I say 9.
I say a 10. Actually, I wish the edit was a little bit more creative, so I'd give it a 9. For technique, I would say for the star man, I would say that's a 10 out of 10. But for the moon, I'd give it like a 9 for technique.
I would agree. I think technically they're both pretty well executed. I do like the star a lot more than the moon one. I just think it's a little bit cleaner, and I think the concept is a little bit more creative.
Then for relevance, I'd say a 10. So like it's black and white, and it's like not a predictable take.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think it fits the theme perfectly. It's exactly what we asked.
Next up, we have the rainbow looks. We're gonna start with Ryan's rainbow look. Ryan often has good ideas, just doesn't know how to execute them. And I do feel like here Ryan had a good idea and executed it well.
I agree with you. I do think in this case with rainbow, it is really easy because it already is a lot of color thrown at you. I think it is best to stay more simplistic. And I do really like how he went with the more like playful, childish concept. I think it works really well. I do kind of think it'd be nice to see the clouds in the background be a little bit more cartoonish, kind of match the overall vibe.
I disagree. I like that they're realistic because I think it grounds it and it makes it feel more grounded in reality. I think the makeup is very, very well done. It flows beautifully. For creativity,
I agree, a 9 for creativity because I do think the look is pretty creative for the challenge. I don't know if it's just me. I probably wouldn't have gone in this direction, and I think the choices that were made with the editing are pretty creative.
For technique, I don't see a single flaw. The composition's well, the editing's well. It feels saturated. I give it like a 10 for technique. For relevance, I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. Next up, we have Seth's rainbow look. I do really like how there's 3 of him. I really am not a fan of the jacket or the black t-shirt. And then I'm not 100% sure with the editing. It's just a background. I wish maybe it was more depth. There was more interest. It feels very flat.
I think the face is very colorful, which is good because it does draw attention. But But I think for a concept like the one Seth went with, I think it would be smart for him to do a colorful top and then a really colorful background as well, because he is obviously trying to do something very like eclectic and, you know.
For creativity, I will say the editing is not creative whatsoever. Same with the outfit. I do think the makeup is, so I give it an 8 for creativity because I think the edit could just push it so much further. For technique, I do like how the eyes melting, the chin is melting. I do think that edit, for that, I just wish the background edit was a little bit different.
Technically, it falls pretty short for me. I don't know. It just like, I think technically it's kind of messy. There are a decent amount of things I think you could have done to make it look just a little bit better. So I would give technique a 6.
Why don't we do a 6.5? Relevance, to me, it doesn't scream rainbow, but it's an interesting take. So I'd say it's like a 7 for relevance.
Sure, I'd agree.
Next up, we have the full body looks. The competitors were asked to create a full body look from toe to head, but they had no prompt. It was up to them 100% what they wanted to do. Ryan's full body look. I do like the complementary colors, especially with the makeup. The pink contouring looks very cool. And I feel like it could have went very muddy very quickly, but Ryan kept it very well done. I like how the facial hair is like neon magenta because Ryan's had the facial hair throughout the competition. It's kind of like part of his look. I'm not 100% sure what the idea was for this, but I do think it screams Ryan. And I think it's an overall very interesting photo.
I do really like what Ryan did to his hair in editing. I think that's just like a really cool, interesting touch.
That it matches the corset. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, me too. Revolutionary.
And I do like that he has a dynamic pose where he's holding something. There's things going on. There's things to look at. Things are interacting other than him.
So for creativity, I would say 10 out of 10.
I agree. I think it's very creative.
Technically, I would probably say 10 out of 10 as well.
I'd say a 9.
Why?
Yeah, I agree, a 10. Then for relevance, I think I'd give it a 10 again because he showed us who he was without a prompt. It was all about his best, his look, his own. So I'd give it a 10 again. Last up, we have Seth's full body look.
Okay, so I really like how Seth did a mixture of body and editing. I do like how it's kind of his play on
The Birth of Venus.
Yeah, like just like the classic beauty. I think it's really pretty. The color palette is really nice.
I will say I do like the composition of the photo. It makes Seth look very like grand and like he's like the statement. I do wish maybe some jewelry like a pearl earring, pearl necklace or something like that would have been really good.
I think it would have been nice to make the clam just like a little bit bigger because I do think it gets a little tiny bit lost with all of the tentacles. Also with all the tentacles, I think it would have been good if she added shadows behind them anywhere they went over her leg or over like the skirt she has on.
I wish that the makeup was a little bit more ambitious. I get that it's pretty and I see the body paint, which I do appreciate, but I wish maybe it's just tentacles. I wish there was something that was added to that. For me, it's more the editing. I wish the editing was more like 3-dimensional. It kind of takes me out of it.
I just think for it being the finale, I think it just should have been a little bit more.
I will end on a high note and say I do like the color palette. I think the blues and the oranges work well together.
So for creativity, I would give her
7.
Yeah, like a 7.
And then for technique, I think I would give it like a 6. Yeah, to me, the makeup's not as good as it could be and the editing. For relevance, I would give it like a 9.
I would give it an 8, I think. Just because it is full body, which is what we asked, but I just don't think it is enough of a showstopper for me, at least.
I agree. First off, we have the black and white category.
The winner of the black and white challenge was Seth with an average score of 9.3, and Ryan came in a close second with an average score of 7.3.
The winner of the second challenge, Rainbow, was Ryan with an average score of 9.6. Seth had a 7.2. So far, Ryan has 1 win and Seth has 1 win. This final challenge will be the tiebreaker to see who wins season 2 of Halo.
For this last challenge, we have asked the contestants to do a makeup look where they had full creative control, but were asked to do a full body picture.
The winner of the final full body challenge with an average score of 10 is Ryan. For the final challenge, Seth got an average score of 7. You know what this means, Hank?
What does it mean?
Ryan's our winner. Ryan's our champion.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Congratulations. Went from first eliminated to number 1. Ryan will receive a Pride prize package from Shop Yvette Beauty and 2 palettes and $50 courtesy of Fruits Cosmetics. Congratulations.
At the end of the day,
it's just face paint. Don't take it too seriously. If you disagree with who won or who got eliminated,
please
feel free to share your opinion, but come on now. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because you never know what things might be coming in the future. And comment down below who you wanted to win and your favorite moments from this season.
If you're also thinking about auditioning for season 3 or any future seasons that we have of Halo in the future, please make sure to go follow the Halo Instagram linked in the description where we'll be posting updates for future seasons.
And again, we want to thank everyone. Goodbye and see you next time. If I was in this competition, I'd do like chess pieces. And I'd do like one black look that's like a king, and then the other one's like a queen of like the white queen.
Okay. I love you, Ozzy.
Emotional baby, ain't it shocking one? Love